Heyo, folks. Time for a little update on the Laura Owens case. The serial pregnancy scammer, maybe soon to be serial bankruptcy scammer. Well, that includes her entire family, it seems. Ronn and Ann Owens. Ronn Owens and Ann Taylor have filed for bankruptcy again. They did so on May 21st or 22nd, just hours before their house would have been sold on foreclosure auction, because they don't pay their debts, because Laura spent all their money. Welcome to the show. So let's first take a quick recap here. Well, May 22nd, 3:23 p.m. That would have been, just before closing on Friday, and I think the auction was Monday or Tuesday next week. They signed their names. The address is redacted. Have their, all the things. This is a chapter 11, not a chapter 13. They claim they will pay their entire fee when they in the file of their petition, which they haven't. And they go through, just the standard things in this. Just as how many creditors between 1 and 49? I believe it is somewhere between 20 and 30. How assets between 1 and 10 million, liabilities between 1 and 10 million, and signed and all the things. Then it's statement of your current monthly income. And this is kind of the things that pisses a lot of people off. They are married, spouse is filing with you. Anne claims she has net income per month of $2,500, but necessary operating expenses are $2,250, which only nets her $250. If that's poorly run. I don't know what kind of business that should be. But here comes what I think infuriates people. Pension or retirement income do not include any amount received that was benefit, blah, 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 blah. And Anne makes $2,000 a month in pension or retirement income. There are households in the United States that makes that while working. And then Ronn Owens, $12,686 per month in pension or retirement income, for a combined $14,939 per month, close to $15,000 per month. That is $180,000 a year. That is 3 times the average, the median American income they have in a combined retirement and pension. And they claim to be broke. Now, there is a bunch of medical expenses for Ronn. I get it. But how can you be broke? How do you not afford a nice nursing home for $12,686 a month instead of claiming in-house care? I can't explain it, but that is what they claim. Now, let's go into the update. This, oh, not that one. This one. I'm saving that one for last. This is their debtor's motion for extension of time to file schedules and all other required documents. Yeah, I mean, a couple of weeks later, we need more time. And here's the update. Well, debtor's motion for extension of time to file, yada, 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 jurisdiction and revenue, venue, yeah, it's that one. Here comes the interesting part, the background. On May 22nd, debtors filed a voluntary Chapter 11 petition on an emergency basis without counsel to preserve the automatic stay under 11 USC and prevent the non-judicial foreclosure sale of their primary residence at that address, Scottsdale, Arizona, also known as the property, which was scheduled to proceed on May 26, 2026. The petition was filed in good faith and for no purpose other than the protection of debtors' home. That in itself could, the court could say, no, you have your chances. This is not good faith. But let's keep reading here. Debtor Ronn Owens is 80 years of age. He has had Parkinson's disease for 25 years, a cancer diagnosis, and serious heart disease. The property is adapted to accommodate Mr. Owens' medical needs and to support the provision of his ongoing care at home. We saw the body cam from the raid last year. Adapted is a strong word because he had his share and some stuff that was notably, yeah, that's his because of him having these illnesses. But being adapted to, no, that house looks exactly like, with the exception of that little amount of stuff that is for his needs. It's not adapted. It looks the same as it has done for apparently many, many years. So no, it's not that it adapted, in my opinion. Now, if they have done something new to it, sure. But if the adaptation is what they claim, then that adaptation can be easily moved to a residence that is much smaller. Because as I recall, they had an entire room just for their other daughter when she comes to visit. Okay. Then you have the Gesita where Laura lives. That's not necessary for Ron. They could probably do with half of the space. But then you have to count in, yeah, they lived there for a number of years and they've grown accustomed to it. Yeah, but if you don't pay your debts, you don't get to keep close to multi-million-dollar home. Well, let's continue. Its loss would deprive a disabled man of a medically adapted home in which he receives daily care. Debtor Ann Taylor, whatever, is 69, Mr. Owens' wife, and full-time caregiver. An adult daughter with autism also resides at the property. Now that's funny. Not until very, very recently has Laura Owens began saying she has autism. And I don't buy it. Not for a second. She has shown throughout the time that we have seen filings about her being perfectly adapted to actually functioning normally in the world, except that she chooses not to. That's not autism. So this little line here is the parents now just going along on the ride of Laura Owens. Just riding along because they have spent Mr. Owens millions. He was wealthy once upon a time. Now, yeah, he had a gambling habit and he has medical needs. But they have $15,000 fucking dollars a month in retirement. And Laura can get a job pushing carts at the local Walmart. She can be a greeter. Well, I hope not. But she can get flipping burgers somewhere. She can get a job. So they claiming that, oh, we need to keep the house because our daughter with autism lives there as well. Nah, not going to buy it. From March 2026 forward, debtors worked extensively with an attorney towards the filing of a Chapter 11 petition if one became necessary. On May 21st, the day before the petition was filed, debtors received assurances from that attorney that a petition would be filed on their behalf the following morning, and the parties spent multiple hours that day in substantial preparation of the documents that would accompany the filing. On the morning of May 22nd, debtors were informed that counsel would not be proceeding with the filing. With the foreclosure sale of 4 days away and no alternative available, debtors filed the petition themselves that morning. What attorney? Because if they blame an attorney and claim it's his fault, well, that attorney can be called to testify. Why did you abandon them on the morning of the filing? Maybe he found out that the Owens family is full of shit. Who knows? Who knows? Because the petition was filed on emergency basis without counsel, it was submitted as a skeleton filing. The following documents are presented June 5th. The schedules, the statement of financial affairs, the declaration of debtors with no attorney, yada, yada, yada. And then they go on and on and on and on and on. Claiming no party will be prejudiced, prayer for relief, yada, yada, yada. Now here comes the fun part, folks. Here comes the fun part. In the United States Bankruptcy Court for the District of Arizona, in the regarding Elizabeth Ann Naylor and Ronald Stephen Owens chapter, notice of appearance. Please take notice of the appearance of the undersigned counsel Jennifer A. Guillermo as counsel for the United States trustee in the above captioned matter. Boy, doesn't that name sound familiar? It's because it is familiar. It's the same trustee as in the Laura Owens bankruptcy case. So whatever bullshit they're trying to tell about Laura, she already knows. She's already been on the Laura Owens bankruptcy case that was voluntarily dismissed by Laura and Clayton. So when this goes to hearings and stuff, and attorney Jennifer Jaimo, and we heard her when she when she questioned Laura Owens and how extremely bad it went for Laura. She's good. As I said back then regarding Laura's bankruptcy case, these attorneys, the trustee attorney, the bankruptcy attorneys for the state, scares me. They are ruthless. They do not care. It's almost as if the federal government is building a case against Laura and Anne and maybe Ron. What do you think, guys? You tell me. This has been the update on the Laura Owens family's bankruptcy case, and I will keep covering it because you keep demanding it of me. But tell me what you think in the comment section. Like, subscribe, do all the things, and I will see you all in the next stream or video. See ya. Bye-bye.